Okay, here we go. Sweet.
And in an attempt to push users to more authoritative news sources, YouTube is launching a new service on the platform, alongside making algorithmic changes.
After the release of a file by an anonymous user. The file contains information regarding the source code used to develop the social media
YouTube
software.
meet world. World meet YouTube.
Everyone who watches me or say like Tim Pool or Styx or even anybody on the left or further left who covers news kind of know that this invisible ceiling has existed for a very long time within Google and YouTube in and of itself, where it artificially promotes quote unquote mainstream authoritative sources and demotes individuals' coverage. This is a quid pro quo that they do because these networks spend a lot of money advertising on their platform, I should suspect, and they use the guise of authoritativeness to justify it. But we need only go back to a few days ago in which every mainstream media outlet pushed absurdly fake news about some stuff that was going on over in the sand, and nobody called them unauthoritative except for the people that are going to be suppressed by this platform. Now, YouTube has rolled out a new direct attack on independent news coverage. And I can't really say I'm surprised at the timing with basically the Super Bowl going on right now, where lots of people are criticizing what the government is doing in the United States. They're trying to keep a lid on a lot of stuff and control the messaging. Not to mention, I don't know, the presidential election next year. This is actually insane. And now they've already been doing this in the search algorithm, by the way, pushing people down. Now they've changed their entire homepage to force quote unquote authoritative news sources. They don't want independent media out there. Sure, I know I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer in terms of geopolitical conversations. But what I can say is I have never knowingly or willingly lied to my viewers, and I can't say the same thing about mainstream media. That's why the trust for them is at an all-time low. In my opinion, they are an enemy of the people. They are whipping up people literally right now to go out in the streets and do terrible things based on their own absurd lies, okay? Just look at some of the reporting they've done from over in the Mideast just in the last week or two and the results from that, okay? YouTube is now embracing, quote, news from authoritative sources as a time when Meta is reluctant to promote hard news or politics on Threads, and ex-owner Elon Musk has taken a dismissive stance toward legacy media. Google's video platform is rolling out a new, quote, immersive watch page experience on mobile that's designed, which is about 80% of most viewers, designed to suggest more news content when users are watching news videos. It also plans to spend $1.6 million to promote the creation of news content for its short form shorts service. The new YouTube watch page will appear when you open a video that has a newspaper icon on it and will highlight relevant long-form videos, live streams, podcasts, and short videos beneath your currently playing content. The important thing here, my friends, is that it will only be from CNN, the AP, Fox News, all major news outlets that are caught lying almost exclusively. This is going to crush independent news coverage, in particular of breaking event and breaking news. This is, I've been looking at, my channel. I've been looking at its performance over the past 3 months, and it's been extremely poor. So I did a deep dive last night before I even saw this article, and just my channel alone lost 70 million impressions across YouTube between May and June, when it was good, to basically since this has rolled out. In the immediate months before and after this is rolled out. 70 million impressions. That means my video showed up 70 million times. If you take a 10% click-through rate, meaning that's how often some people will click. That's 7 million views shredded off my channel per month. And that's about what I've lost over the last couple of months. Now, I know there's been an entertainment strike and other reasons, but I mean, I knew something was up. And this is going to disproportionately affect channels like Tim Pool and Styx and maybe the Lotus Eaters, Mark Dice, all these independent content creators who cover breaking news are already up against near impossible roadblocks in the YouTube search algorithm. And now it's going to get even worse. This is why a lot of people go to Rumble for politics. I know their search feature is not very good, and it's something I've been really grinding on them. And they say this fall they're rolling out a new one, but discoverability still isn't great on Rumble, which is YouTube's biggest competitor, and even then only represents maybe 5 to 10% at most of the total market share out there. Now, I suspect that will change as people who want news content and knows the truth about most mainstream media will migrate over there. By the way, my link is in the description. I do a live show there every single weekday from noon to 2. You don't have to move over to Rumble to enjoy my live streams there. Just get the app, follow me on there, and then you'll get notified. You don't get notified when I upload my standalone videos, just when I go live. And I'd love to see you there because, this is nuts. Hopefully Tim might actually start sharing his live stream over to Rumble. Footage of the YouTube features shared by the platform shows how opening a PBS video about floods will list more videos about the same news event, which is a good thing, by the way. That's a good algorithmic thing. However, those results are curated to, again, quote unquote, authoritative sources, which I'm sure are also the very same ones that pour millions of dollars in advertising into YouTube every year. I'm sure they're not related, though. Explanations and commentary, live news, and shorts. The recommended videos are all from the major news publishers like the Associated Press, Sky News, and CBS Evenings. This is going to completely change the game for independent content creators. It's already hard to find people. If you're watching my video right now and you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please do and turn notifications on. It's going to be impossible to reach you. I already can't really reach the majority of my subscribers. Regardless, if you're on Rumble, if you're on YouTube, BitChute, Odyssey, I don't care. Please follow me and make sure you turn notifications on because I assure you it's going to get worse. And do the same for Tim, Styx, Lotus Eaters, Mark Dice, whoever it is that you like. Make sure you take the time to follow them. Get this Rumble app, follow them on Rumble because they're going to continue to bury everybody. I mean, who isn't the big three? I don't always get it right. But what separates me and surely Tim and Mark and other people who make mistakes, we stand by, we correct those mistakes. We acknowledge those mistakes. We don't just keep trudging along like the New York Times did after publishing what is basically complete, bunk about stuff. They just keep going. They maybe might put a retraction on page 26. Okay, this is crazy. According to Google, the new watch page experience will initially roll out on mobile in 40 countries and will expand to its desktop and living room interfaces in the future. Meanwhile, the Google-owned video platform is also pledging to spend $1.6 million to create for the creation of short-form news content with over 20 organizations in 10 countries. So they went to the mainstream news, okay, CNN, Fox. Remember when it was called YouTube? YouTube, it was you, right? They went to the same propagandists that are already getting favoritism on this platform and gave them money to create shorts. It's absolute insanity. And it's only going to get worse. I've seen changes slowly over the years, but more rapidly, certainly in 2016, and then again now in the year run up to the potential election. Now, I'm not always a hard politics guy, but I'm getting a little more into it because I'm 40 years old now, and it's fun to dunk on She-Hulk, But then like I'm like look over at my Twitter feed and there's like, you know, 2 wars going on, and an invasion on our southern border, and you know, endless crime in every city in this nation. It's hard to not want to talk about that at 40 years old. And I know people maybe have unsubscribed from my channel because that's not why they subscribe. They wanted to hear me talk about video games and stuff like that. It doesn't make me mad at all. I unsubscribe from YouTube channels all the time. I understand that. But, you know, I've been making videos for freaking 12, 15 years or whatever on this. Since the beginning of YouTube, I've been creating videos. So, you know, times change, content changes. This is a direct shot across the bow of independent news on this platform. Meta has made it clear it does not plan to actively court or promote news content on Threads. Who even uses Threads? Politics and hard news are inevitably going to show up on Threads. They have on Instagram and to some extent, but we're going to not do anything to encourage those verticals. Instagram head Adam Mosseri wrote after the service's launch. More recently, he added that Threads won't proactively recommend news content to people who don't seek it out. They won't even promote it. They want you just in your happy little, you know, look at this new outfit and, you know, ice cream sundae that costs $1,800 or whatever, consuming, right? You're not as likely to consume when you're looking at, you know, wreckage and, you know, terrible events. It isn't good for the psyche. I've started taking weekends off of Twitter for the most part because it's just like, it's too much. This is not good. This is just basically hosing anybody who's an independent content creator that wants to cover breaking news. By the way, this is on both sides of the political aisle and everywhere in between. If you're watching somebody who you enjoy, make sure you follow them and you turn notifications on because it's only going to get more difficult to find them. Follow my Rumble page, get the Rumble app, and at least just follow me so you can hang out and watch my live streams at noon on weekdays. It's a different show. I have guests. For example, on Fridays today, I have Robert Barnes. But this is a big, big issue that I hope that my fellow YouTubers pick up on this and start embracing new tech a little more enthusiastically. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do leave a like on it, and again, subscribe. Take the time to turn notifications on. If you have to create an account, I get it, but it's important now, maybe more than ever, because there's no way people are finding our videos in the search algorithm anymore.